KC's Audio Vault.
We present the Sam Roberts Band this evening at the Concert Hall, and Sam, as well as Dave Nugent, has joined us.
Hey. Hello.
How's the day been so far?
It's been a good one. It's
great.
Beautiful weather out there. So the last time we were in Winnipeg, it was about minus 37 degrees. And we were feeling the full brunt of winter on the prairies. So it's nice to be here when the sun's still shining. And
we've had a very lucky fall, so this is fantastic. Usually there's snow on the ground by Halloween.
Yeah, I was wearing a scarf just for the sake of, just for tradition's sake, but I didn't need it.
Winnipeg Jets scarf, maybe?
I don't want to be too much of a bandwagoneer here, just, although we are excited across the country to have another Canadian team in the mix for sure.
Well, at the Concert Hall tonight, which is different for you in this city, you've been playing a bunch of different venues on this tour?
I feel like we played some of the same venues, a bunch of new ones, and this will be going back to our opening slot for the Tragically Hip in 2002. That was the last time we played in this particular venue.
Okay.
And since then, I think we've run the gamut of just about every possible Winnipeg rock and roll venue.
Did you encounter a drunk moose in Red Deer?
Yes, he was eating from a frozen Saskatoon berry tree.
And he showed up at a Sam Roberts show.
He just hung out. We knew he was drunk because he wasn't running away from anybody. He was just standing there staring, and people were coming around. He was there for well over an hour, just kind of hanging out on the side of the venue, and it was pretty amazing. We take it for granted in Canada, especially, that these animals are all over the place, and yet there he was. My first drunk moose too, so that was different.
We were just talking about there's a conservative senator that wants to change our national animal. She says the beaver is passé; it needs to be the polar bear.
Really?
Yeah. Are you for the beaver or for the polar bear?
Well, it's. I think I'm a traditionalist with the beaver, I have to say. It's kind of strange that a conservative politician would be wanting to have the polar bear on there, given the environmental record. But
maybe she's happy that they eat seals.
Right.
You said you made it home for Halloween yesterday.
I did, yeah.
Did you dress up along with the kids?
I was a wizard for about 10 minutes. But I did. The kids were in fine form yesterday. It was a really great break from the tour to just get home and throw yourself back into their world for a bit of culture shock, actually, just sort of coming out of a hot, show in Saskatoon, jumping off the stage basically straight onto the plane, and then getting home, and the kids are just waiting for you. They're ready to go. So,
what were they dressed up as?
Vampire. Princess, of course. There's always got to be a princess in the mix, and a cowboy. And what was Hazel?
Hazel she's a cat.
A cat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you make it home?
I didn't make it home. No, I didn't make it home. But she had her cousins to take care of her. So, yeah.
It's Movember around here, and first thing you said when you walked in is you assumed that maybe on the first day I was able to grow this fantastic...
Incredible mustache for so few hours of growth.
But see, the campaign very well. You're supposed to shave it on the first.
Right.
And then on Movember.com you get the updates, but I'm kind of cheating.
My mustache is hidden in my beard, but it's there. It's there for sure.
Would you consider taking off the rest so you've got a mustache for the rest of the tour?
I'd rather not see that.
Yeah, and nor I on you, Dave.
Would you, out of 10, what would you rate my current mustache?
I'm gonna for a first day, I'm gonna give you a 6.5 right now.
Okay,
but I think that there's a lot of promise there. Definitely moving in the right direction. You might be up to a 7 or 7+
by the end of the month.
Yeah, maybe even by mid-month.
2 years ago, I was able to actually get the twist, the curl on either side. So
that's nice.
1920s villain look.
Yeah, always a nice touch.
Is it not anything near what your opening band Zeus? They're fantastic mustaches.
They've got some amazing. Carlin from Zeus has a pretty tremendous mustache,
like
an old world European style mustache. You have to be born with that gift, really.
Have you known Zeus for a while now?
Well, we've been road mates with him now for the past 6 months or so. So yeah, that's if you want to get to know somebody pretty quickly, you go on tour coast to coast with them. But yeah, we've known some of the guys for years. Actually, they played in other bands that we used to tour with as well. So they're really great. So anybody coming out to the show tonight, make sure you get there in time to see them.
Show up early. I guess the estimated time is about 8 for Zeus.
They go on
8
at
sharp.
8.
Yeah, it's
they
sharp.
go on
They
at
run
9.
it like clockwork at the theaters. So 8 sharp for Zeus, and then we're on at 9 sharp.
Beauty. Okay, well, you've got your guitars out. What songs are you guys going to play today?
We're going to play Without a Map.
All right, Sam Roberts Band on the Power Drive on Power 97.
Honey, don't point that gun at me. You know I only want to be your friend. Why don't you try to get some sleep? I swear I'll never come here again. Won't you shed some light on me? Baby, tell me, who do you see? This was a land of liberty, but now it's closing in on me. I'm without a map, I'm walking into a trap. There's a white flag on the wind. I surrender to the very mention of you. I hope I get to see you again. All the time I'm wasting, all the dreams I'm chasing are leaving me behind. All the roads I'm facing, all the days of racing, well, I'm just about to lose my mind. I woke up this morning, the idea was forming, and I was on the losing side. But I never believed in resurrection, so I just laid down. I laid down and cried. I'm without a map, I'm walking into a trap. There's a white flag on the wind. I surrender to the very mention of you. I hope I get to see you again. And when I'm alone, laying up all night till all the darkness is defeated, and for just one moment everything was right. It was all I ever needed. Don't point that gun at me. You know I only want to be your friend. Why don't you try to get some sleep? I swear I'll never come here again. Won't you shed some light on me? Tell me, baby, who do you see? This was a land of liberty, and now it's closing. Closing in on me. I'm without a map, I'm walking into a trap. There's a white flag on the wind. I surrender to the very mention of you. I hope I get to see you again. And when I'm alone, laying up all night till all the darkness is defeated, and for just one moment everything was right. It was all I ever needed. And I surrender to the very mention of you. I hope I get to see you again.
Sam Roberts Band live on Power 97. We present the show tonight at Centennial Concert Hall. Dave, you've been with Sam for a while now.
Yeah.
Several years. Did you give him some pressure to change it to the Sam Roberts Band?
Yeah, I gave him lots and lots of pressure.
Enormous pressure.
It only took, 10 years, but
So
no,
he's a
it
raging
was
egomaniac.
It was. I think that happened with I remember hearing that we were going to call it Sam Roberts Band, like pretty much when the records were getting printed out. It's been a conversation I think that we've been having for a while, and it's, you know, as Sam always says, it's kind of the obvious adjustment that we wanted to make. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised, but I was, you know, very happy about it. I think it's...
You didn't push for featuring Dave Nugent?
Oh, I've been pushing for that for quite a few years, too.
A long time.
Yeah.
In fact, we call this this band we got here right now, the two of us playing acoustic covers of our own songs, called Minotaur.
Okay.
So, this is actually a Minotaur gig right now.
For some reason, I'm thinking of, did you watch Kids in a Hall when you were younger?
Oh, yeah.
With Armada. The
Armada.
band Armada.
They were great.
Herman Menderchuk.
That's right.
And I forget all their names. Rod Torfelson's Armada featuring Herman Menderchuk. You always bring cool bands on the road with you. Last time I think it was the Stills.
It was the Stills, yeah.
What are your buddies doing these days? Since I guess we heard that they split up. Are there separate things going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Hamlin and Liam O'Neill have a new project called 9.5.
8.5.
8.5. I was thinking 9.5 weeks, not the famous Fellini film. 8. Sorry. A little Freudian slip there. 8.5. And Tim Fletcher was actually on the road with us. He was the lead singer of the Stills. And he was on the road playing bass with us all summer while our bass player was out of commission after a surgery on his arm. So we got to have Tim with us, which is great to spend some time with him on the road as well.
You've been tweeting the set list from all the shows. You guys get together as a band right before you go on and figure it out?
The set list itself?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's pretty much something I do. I don't know why I choose to do it by myself, but it's this torturous process every night of trying to. And the other guys are just like, let's just leave it alone, man. Let's just whatever, do the one from Calgary or whatever, you know. And I just for some reason feel like I got to sit down there and make each show its own individual experience and. You know, sometimes I get it right and sometimes not. So tonight I'm going to get it right, and it's a mission.
So it won't be a spoiler for us to check the Saskatoon show or anything?
No, not at all. In fact, that's the problem with tweeting is that it keeps me honest. A good problem, right? But yeah, I mean, now that we put it out there, then I really feel like I got to change. You know, there's certain things that are always certain songs that just flow well together. So they may be stuck together in bunches. You know, there may be 3 or 4 songs that sort of stick together throughout a tour. But you know, which old songs you bring in, how you arrange it, you know, the order of it can really affect how a show flows. And so yeah, I guess try to give. Each one its own feel.
Gentlemen, thank you for dropping by today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Sam Roberts Band tonight at Centennial Concert Hall.
To walk away,
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. KC's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.